Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922 from my iPad. Okay, this is going to be the review for Fairy Tail Chapter 258. Alright, the name of this chapter was called Sabretooth. Okay, in the beginning you get this little insert manga page for the movie that's going to be coming out. It's not going to come out until like August 8, 2012. So we're probably not going to see it until 2013. But it's things to look forward to. But yeah, and then in the beginning you get this, the first page, actual page of storyline, you get, but in the first page you get the new characters that are there. They're talking about Natsu and Fairy Tail and so on and so forth. But then you get the first real page, page 3, goes into detail of the council, the Magic Council, and their, I'm sorry, I'm picking my nose. Gotta stop doing that. It's stuffy. They're talking about Fairy Tail, how they returned, and they go into little details about Tartarus, which is like the last dark guild that is around currently. They're the last one. Besides them, there's a few remnants of Gilmore Hearts of that guild and other people, but not really. They're the last guild, and they've been quiet, they said. And they said how Seraph and that dragon, forgot the name of it, it's started with an A, can't say it now, Apocalypnologia, it disappeared. And they go into they're just talking about it, and how now that Fairy Tail's returned, that them making noise, those other guilds might come true. And that's what happened there. And you had the mess there, and he says he has nothing to do, he doesn't want anything to do with them anymore. They're an afterthought. Then we go see Natsu and the others, and they're talking about, and Romeo's telling them how Sabretooth is the new top guild. And he explains to them that they acquired 5 mages that really put them over everybody else. And that's why they're the top guild right now. And, sorry. And, you know, and they say, oh, where's Fairy Tail? And Natsu's thinking, he says, don't ask. And he says, we're dead last. And Natsu's like, he's so excited. He's like so fucking excited. He's like, yeah! You know, he's saying, like, I'm all fired up now. Because now he wants the opportunity to climb everybody else. And everybody's laughing at him and stuff. And then Kana's there, and she wants to know where Gildarts is, because now she knows that Gildarts is her father. And I think Urza tells her, oh, he went with Master Makarov to somewhere. And then she leaves, and then we get into Makarov and Gildarts. And they're basically going downstairs. The old Fairy Tail Castle, where Fairy Tail used to be, they go in there, and him and Gildarts and Makarov go down to the very basement of there, and he says he's going to he wants to show him something. It's a secret. It's just deep down in that castle. There's a secret of this secret. He says this is the greatest secret of Fairy Tail. And he does these signs to open the door, and Gildarts is surprised at what he sees. And it was a weird name that they said. And he says, and Gildart's looking at him. He's like, "Why are you showing this to me?" Because you're going to be the next master of Fairy Tail. So, see what's happening here. Heroes moving the story along. Yeah, we're going forward with this. After that, we get the introduction of these 2 new characters. One is called Rogue, and the other one is Sting. Now, basically, they're talking about, this scenario, this introduction was very confusing. I'm watching King of Lightning, and he was explaining how it seemed very bullshit. It was like very confusing, and it wasn't clear at who was who. But supposedly Rogue is the apprentice of Gaju. And Sting supposedly was influenced somehow by Natsu. But anyway, they're talking about it and how, 7 years has passed. And then this guy shows up with an arrow and shoots him, and he eats the arrow sting. Which was very confusing to me. And then he hits him, and big hole. And, I don't know, it was very... You don't know who's taking after who, but Rogue is considered the Shadow Dragon, and both these guys are Dragon Slayers. So 2 Dragon Slayers mentioned here. And Sting is noticed as the White Dragon. So from there, we then also get the introduction of these 2 other characters. I forgot their names, but they're both cats. So they have cats too. This is actually, one cat is dressed up like a frog, which I find very strange. And then one cat is looking at Sting, says, "You did it. You're the strongest Dragon Slayer ever." And he's talking to Rogue. Says, "Oh, maybe I should challenge. I'm pretty strong enough to beat Natsu now. And maybe we should challenge them." He's just not interested. And that's how the chapter ends. At the very bottom, you see the next chapter is going to be called Grandina. The Sky Dragon Grandina. So we're going to get some pretty interesting ideas from Hero about Wendy's dragon. Grandina. Grandina, or Grandina, you call it. Okay. Here's what I have to say about this chapter. Pros. Moving this story along. New Master. That's number 1. That's why I'm doing the Fairy Tail chapter reviews just like the Bleach reviews. Pro number 1. Moving the story along with New Master. Gildarts is the new master. Looks good. Looks interesting. I like what I see. Gildarts. That's number 1. Number 2. I would have to say the pro would probably be the fact that, it seems like most of the characters now in Fairy Tail are moving forward. And I'm interested, and this is interesting, this is getting interesting. That's another pro, I think, of this chapter, was that things were becoming more interesting as it goes along now. But progressing with Gildarts, as a new master, Fairy Tail's now progressing. It's the guild itself is going to progress now even further. I also like the fact that, in this chapter, things are moving along. And now new characters. So new characters, that was 1 pro. 2 new Dragon Slayers, really quickly. That's great. And the other pro, the other big pro, is Gildarts being the new master. Con, I would say we need more explanation on these 2 Dragon Slayers. More explanation. That's probably the only con. Now, rating. That's right. 4 out of 5. I'm probably going to be, for this. King of Lightning mentioned it. I'm going to mention it. Kubo, you've been duped. That's right. Hero, as of now, is better than Kubo. That's right. Bankai 922 just said it. Deal with it, man. Deal with it. I want to see more from Fairy Tail, though. That next week's chapter, we're going to see more information on Grandina, the dragon, the Sky Dragon. That's going to be good. I see big things for Fairy Tail. I really do. I really mean it. Big things now coming from Fairy Tail. Man, Fairy Tail's on the rise. I tell you right now, Kubo's got to wake up. He's got to wake up. Listen, I'm not saying now, but, not now, but if Hero does this correctly, very soon, Fairy Tail's gonna go past Bleach. Not saying now. Anyone who's making comments saying, "Oh, this is a better than Bleach, blah, blah, blah." I'm not saying now. It's not better than Bleach now. Not now. But it might be soon. How soon? We don't know. We'll see. This is Bankai 922. Tell me what you guys think. Comments below. This was a good chapter of Fairy Tail. I can't wait for more. See you guys later.